Hi, I'm Dick Cavett. Opportunities like this come along rarely, if ever, in a career. My guest today has quite a resume. He was the youngest Navy pilot during World War II. At that time, following the war, he attended Yale University, graduated with a degree in economics in '48. In '66, he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives from the 7th District in Texas, and from '71 to '73, he served as the U.S. Ambassador to the UN. In '74, he traveled to China, where he's the chief U.S. liaison officer there, and in '76, he was appointed director of the CIA. From '80 to '88, we knew him as the Vice President of the United States under Reagan, and I'm privileged to welcome, of course, the President of the United States on the heels of his successful meeting with Soviet President Gorbachev, or Gorbachev. Mr. President, welcome.
How are you? It's certainly a wonderful, special moment for me, as well as for Barbara. Standing right over there. Of course, we just got back from, Barbara didn't go, but we had that wonderful summit thing that we had there.
You were criticized recently, and your critics would have said that daredevil ride that you took in that boat in Malta with the seas raging and all was just another example of your trying to overcome your wimp factor, and we frankly worried about it.
Wimp factor? This visionary guy, I'm out there. Wimp factor? No wimp factor there. Absolutely not. Was it a wimp who 2 months after his 20th birthday got shot down in the Pacific during WW2? Was it a wimp who refused to accept a single marijuana cigarette in the 60s and 70s? I never touched that stuff. You know, I'll pee in a cup for you. I never did that. Dick, the American citizens are concerned about drugs, #1. And if you do drugs, you will be caught. And when you are caught, you will be prosecuted. And when you're convicted, you will do time. And when you do time, you will do drugs. How do they get them in there to the prison? We got to stop right there.
I see that.
Hey, I want to get the kids back to education. Barbara's doing wonderful things with the literacy project.
Have you ever had a neurologist try to figure out why you, in the midst of a word, suddenly stop, like you said, education?
Education. I don't know.
Could I give you a little chance to give us a status report, bring us up to date on any number of things, I guess. The phrase war on drugs brings to mind how the war is going, and we don't seem to see a lot of evidence of victories.
Matter of fact, recently we see we're teaching Millie how to perform new tricks, teaching Millie how to sniff out and detect cocaine. And matter of fact, recently found a bag of crack cocaine just a few blocks from the White House. Mayor Marion Barry's office. So we're making progress on this. We certainly are.
Yes, yes. Some newsmen found it almost hard not to say, "We're coming to you today from a flag factory."
I pledge allegiance to the flag. Flag factory?
Well, during the campaign, didn't you go to a flag factory?
Well, certainly we did, because Americans care. They care about protecting the sanctity of the human flag, the American flag. Hey, Dick, I'm perfectly well aware of what I'm saying. It's what I mean. I've got no idea about it.
Yeah.
Let's get moving on these programs.
What about the fact that it's becoming winter, Mr. President, and
it's morning. Morning in America.
You can see the homeless even from the White House if you use...
Hey,
sensitive.
Look at this guy. Look at this fella. Hey, the homeless choose to live in the street. It's a free country. I choose to live in the White House, in Kennebunkport, and Houston, and it goes on and on. I know what it's like to be homeless. I'm homeless in Minneapolis. I don't have a home there.
Yeah. The Indians choose to live on reservations, too, I believe you pointed out once, or was that one of your predecessors?
Might have been my predecessor.
If you run into Dan Rather these days, are you cordial at all? Do you remember?
Well, I certainly remember that little exchange we had there, but it only helped to bolster my ability to be assertive. Certainly, no wimp factor here. Certainly not. It's been a wonderful first year. I wish you'd concentrate on the positive things there. Had a wonderful first year.
Yes, you've done quite a few things.
Peace to Earth. Met with Locke Walesa there, the White House. Had him there for dinner. Just Barbara and I, and Locke and his lovely wife Danuta. Wanted to try to reciprocate for the wonderful...
Are you offended when impressionists do you, Mr. President? Do they see these people who think they can imitate you?
Well, certainly. A little bit offended, a little bit flattered, because you know, I know I have my quirks and mannerisms in that particular nature, but it's a free country.
Yes, except we have time. We'll be back. Thank you for being here. We're cut off by time.
Good to be here.